Hello everyone, today in Keep What You Can Do, Physiology More, and today is day 2 of Impossible Push-Up Challenges. Impossible Challenges. What I'm actually, I kind of gave it away, but what I'm actually decided I'm going to do, sorry about that, my phone was a little bit unlevel, but what I already decided that I am going to do is I am going to spend the next 3 weeks. I'm going to do basically kind of like a phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, except what I'm going to do is week 1, or I guess you can consider it phase 1, I'm trying to get this centered here a little bit better, is actually going to be more the push-ups challenge. I'm getting ready to explain what the Impossible Push-Up Challenge is, and then what we're going to spend the rest of the week focusing on is how to progress to that and just doing different exercises and things like that. So what is the Impossible Push-Up? The Impossible Push-Up, as it is known per se, is actually where you do a full 2-minute push-up. I know that it's like 2 minutes, okay, I can do push-ups in 2 minutes. Yes, a lot of people can, some can't, but a lot of people can. That's not what is done. What happens is, or what you do is you start in the upward position, or the starting position, okay? And I'll show you here actually. You start, I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you start in the starting position, which is right here. And then you time yourself for, you basically take 2 minutes, and you want to have a timer to where you can see it, or somebody to actually guide you. And what you do is you go down very, very slowly, very, very slowly, very, very slowly, for 1 whole minute. And once you get down to the bottom, boom, you immediately start going back up very, very slowly, very, very slowly, very, very slowly, until you reach another minute. So it's starting position, 1 minute, boom, boom, down, 1 minute, boom, up. Let's see how close you can get to that. I want everyone to actually go ahead and challenge themselves. Go ahead and try this. Even if you're not doing very many push-ups, it's going to give you a guide as far as where you are at with your push-ups. Okay, and then like I said, we're going to spend the rest of the week actually focusing on increasing progressing our overall push-ups and challenging ourselves throughout the week. So where should we start? Okay, well, see how many push-ups you can do. And yes, how many, but how many good technique push-ups. It's better to be able to do only 10 push-ups with proper technique than it is to do 20, 30, 50 with improper technique, especially when you're going to be doing the Impossible Push-Up Challenge, because it is based on proper technique. If you don't use proper technique, the time doesn't count. You start all over. Okay, so how are we going to do that? There are many different ways and things. First off, I recommend following some of my previous videos. Look up in my playlist, look up basic bodyweight movements and anything related to that, and that's going to give you some very good insight. But I'm still going to show you some things this week. That's something you can do outside of this video, and I would strongly, strongly recommend it. And as I said, now with the Possible Push-Up Challenge, I'm not going to use fingertip push-ups, but every progression that I show you, I'm using fingertip push-ups. That's the main types of push-ups that I do. So we can just, standard push-ups. Yes, I'm doing them fingertips. You don't have to do them that way, okay? And then a couple things we can do. We can put one hand a little bit more forward. That's going to actually really target your front or your anterior deltoids as well as your shoulder muscles, and it's going to get you teach your body and adapt to different angles. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would recommend start off 5 to 10, depending on how you feel and how many overall standard push-ups you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take maybe a 10-second rest, and then what I want you to do is I want you to come out here, and instead of going in this position like you would your standard push-ups, I want you to come out here a little bit more. And once again, yes, I'm doing fingertip. Okay, so it's basically, you're coming out here a little bit farther, and that's going to actually stress or target your front or anterior deltoids and front shoulder muscles a little bit more. So you come down here, what you want to do, a couple ways you can do this. You can do some this way, boom, we'll do 3 each way, 2, 3, then you can come forward and do 1, 2, 3, then after you do both of these sets, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do the same exact thing. So the first thing I just showed you, where you're doing your standard, thoroughly warm up, and then you're doing your alternate here, and then you do what I just showed you, both variations. So that's a total of 3 variations. Staggered hands, each one. And then the second variation is coming back here and going down. Third variation is coming forward and going down. I want you to do 1 set of that, and then take maybe a 1-minute rest, depending on how well you're going to recover. And then what I want you to do, as you see the speed that I was doing it, was not focusing so much on strength. That was just a good warm-up. Now we're going to focus on strength. So you're going to go down slower. There's 1. I'll just do 3 each one for simulation. I'm not going to rest at all in between. I'm just going to go right into the next one. 2, 3, okay? And then these here. 1, 2, 3, Achilles. Okay, switch hands. 1, 2, 3, okay? Then do this variation here. Go. And you can do this one or two ways. You can go straight down, or you can come forward a little bit. 1, 2, 3, okay? And then, now you can go forward more, go. 1, so it's no. 2, 3. Okay, there you go. Might be hard to believe, but I did some crazy amount, not just amount, but crazy variations of push-ups prior to this. So here we go. Let's prepare ourselves for the Impossible Push-Up Challenge. And at the end of week 3, meaning what? Once again, just to do a recap, this week 1 is focusing more on the Impossible Push-Up. Week 2, haven't decided which one I'm going to do, probably the Impossible Pull-Up, and then the following week will be the last variation of it, which is going to be the Impossible Squat. So at the end of the 3rd week, whatever one I do last, at the end of that, either on day 7 or I will just maybe do it randomly throughout the next week's content, then I will be actually revealing me doing the Impossible Push-Up, Impossible Pull-Up, and the Impossible Squat once again to see where I'm at, see how far I've progressed, because I intentionally have been doing more push-ups, more pull-ups. Actually, that's why I did the training this morning. I did some crazy-ass push-ups and pull-ups, and it still incorporated my martial arts training, some cardio, some abdominal training, and even some intense forearm training as well. So it just proves to you what the mind is capable of, and it proves to you what we as humans can adapt to. Remember, we as humans are the most adaptable creatures in the world. It's a matter of getting past this. Stay more connected, get more connected with your spirit, go to places of peace, as I've explained before, gain that peace within, and over time, that is going to gradually progress you to being at a higher spiritual level. So do these things and embrace the discomfort today. Believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Smash one, kick that like button, just don't break it. Let's get there and do something. Do more than what you did yesterday. Get your ass up today and grind. What have you done today to push yourself, to grind, to embrace that discomfort? Whatever it is, keep going, keep pushing, and stay consistent. Push yourself. Let's go.